Okay, so there was essentially a retro game store in the city over from me, or where I live, that I ended up getting, well, in the one of the other videos I said where I included the blue dog and God Eater 3 and Carry On. There was one game that I completely forgot to look for, and this is one I have been trying to get my hands on for God knows how many years. Mind you, this also was extremely pricey because of how rare it is. So, that's okay. For those of you who don't know, I really like Jurassic Park. Like, I grew up watching the movies and everything. I used to have the Lego version for the 3DS, which I think I ended up getting rid of. Yeah, I think I got rid of it. Actually, I don't even remember if I did. Have to double check here. Speaking of 3DS, I should mention. So, I gave my my new 3DS, and I don't mean like new as in it's a brand new system. I'm saying new 3DS, essentially I guess the third in their 3DS lineup, because they got the 3DS, which is just standard one, 3DS XL, then they introduced the 2DS, and then 2DS XL, and then they created the new 3DS and the new 3DS XL. Well, I had an incident with the new 3DS where it was sitting on my desk on top of an old, not like a storage case like this, it was a plastic one. I had it sitting on top of that on my desk. My youngest cat, Sully, decided to use it as a stepping stool when she tried to essentially climb up onto my bed from my desk. But she kicked to get up. She has to kick off my desk to get up, because I have a loft bed. Well, she essentially kicked it off my desk. It hit the floor, bounced, slammed against the metal leg of my desk, and I just figured, okay, it's fine. I've had DSs fall off of objects before and they've been fine. When Nintendo had announced that they were shutting down the online service for the 3DS and the Wii U, a friend of mine is just like, well, you might as well bring over your DSs so I can, or your 3DSs so I can essentially mod them. Because services are going down, it's a dead console, might as well. People are doing it with the Wii U, people are doing it with the Wii, and have been for a while now. So, the old one of mine, which was just a standard blue one, perfectly fine. Everything went well with it. Aside from the fact that I think I had to get a bigger SD card for it. I went to go turn on my new 3DS, and it was taking an incredibly long time to boot up, which isn't normal. I'm like, okay, that seems weird. Finally, it brings me to the home screen. The top screen was fine, but the bottom one had no picture. I was, touching it. I even turned it off and managed to hit where the shutdown icon is. It worked fine. I'm like, okay, why don't I have a picture? So I took it in to a retro game store, city out for me, and back when they were doing repairs, he replaced the screen. Still nothing. So he didn't charge me for that at all. And then fast forward like maybe a year or two later, I finally gave it to a friend of mine who took it to a bigger repair place that does more like in-depth like examinations of all the hardware in it, like, getting under a microscope and all that shit to see stuff on the motherboard. My friend thought it was the LCD screen. I thought it was possibly a display chip that might have gotten damaged or broke off, because the touch screen worked, it just had no picture. Well, it turns out it was neither of those. The entire motherboard is fucked, and there's nothing I can do about it. Because Nintendo didn't want to release the standard new 3DS to North America, and it took them years and constant people like bitching and complaining, like, why? Not everybody likes using the XL version of these consoles, especially if you have tiny hands. And because of that, like, they finally said, okay, fuck it, whatever, we'll release it in very, very small quantities. This thing was rare. I never got my hands on it when they released it here. It wasn't until years later I saw it at the same retro game store I go to get older games. It cost me $400 fucking. Said screw it, got it anyways, because I wanted to get my hands on that. And I was so happy, and the stupid thing I did is doing the transfer from my old one to that one. And because there were so small, like, limited quantities of it, they're basically getting parts for it is non-existent. And I don't think there is anybody that sells broken ones, because again, they are fucking rare. So essentially, I have a glorified paperweight unless I send it in to somebody to mod the motherboard to basically integrate a capture card in it, so I can use it, via a capture device. Which, it might get to a point where I do that, because I frankly do not like the idea that I have lost years of game, like, data and everything, and my modded 3DS, like, yeah, I can play the games on there. Yes, some of the games have, you know, save states on them. What it doesn't have is the DLC for anything, which is problematic. So, I don't know. I mean, that used game store, they have another 3DS in there for the absurdly price of $1,500. What model is it? Pretty sure it's the newer one that had, back when they released, actually I think this is like the last one that they ended up releasing for the anniversary for Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. Who knows, I might say fuck it one day and get it, but yeah, so I'm still waiting on info from said friend if it's going to cost anything, so if I have to send him money when he gets it back. But yeah, I don't think I have. Yeah, no, I don't. I ended up getting rid of it. Oh well. Anyway, I had Lego Jurassic World on that. I still have it on the Wii U. I have it on PC. I have it Switch. I've done playthroughs of them. I have other Jurassic Park games that I've been trying to get my hands on this for fucking years. And yes, it cost me $100. Why this is so rare? One, it's on a console that no longer is being sold. Two, they're no longer making games for said console. And three, when this was still around, from 2011 when it came out up until whenever Telltale Games went out of business and everything. Obviously they went out of business, they lost rights to, or publishing rights to this, just like yes, I have lots of Switch games. What the fuck is it? This Minecraft Story Mode. This thing was not cheap either. And that was just for the cart. Same with, I think they made Wolf Among Us, I think. And then, obviously, The Walking Dead, which they don't need to worry about that anymore because that entire series was completed, I think, by the time, or before they went bankrupt. But that doesn't matter because technically they're still alive now after getting bought out, but obviously they're not going to bring those back or any of the other ones. But yeah, I will at some point have to find either ripping this myself and finding an Xbox emulator, or yeah, ripping it myself. But I also ended up, and yes, I made sure of this and a select other few Xbox 360 games are compatible with the Xbox One, which is what I got. Obviously I can't use this right now because, well, actually I should be able to use batteries with this, though I do want to get a battery pack for it so I can charge it, because fuck using batteries for these things. have to deal with it enough with the Wii. That console, obviously I didn't get, they had, well, probably a few different versions. Some of them weren't even listed, but they had a loose one, which was just the system, came with the HDMI cable, the power cord, and a random controller that they throw in, without the stupid Kinect thing. I could have gotten that one, which was being sold for $229, which isn't bad. I chose not to, so the one I got was just the loose one, and cost me like 120 something. So obviously this is not the HDMI cable that came with it. This is some fucking third-party grungy ass looking thing. Like, I'm not using this, I think. I think I have an extra one somewhere. Yeah. I mean, it's a... What in the hell? I don't... Oh, right. That might be the one that goes with my, Wii U back there. That might be that one. Yeah, because this one's, like, really fucking old. I'll probably end up using this because, one, it's not disgusting. Like, I don't know what the fuck that is. This almost looks like something that went with, like the old, cable boxes or like a DVD player or something. And then actually, do DVD players come with HDMI cables? I don't fucking know. I don't use DVDs much anymore. Oh, my eyes are itchy. Gotta love allergies. Obviously this is the branded one. Also, somebody in the comments tell me, what the fuck is with companies making bricks this goddamn big? Like, I'm not kidding, like, well, I don't even know if I can get in there. So, shit, hang on. Just shift all this shit out of the way and move the fan. So, that's the brick for the power brick to charge. Is that a daddy long leg? No, cobweb. To charge the Wii U gamepad. That's the brick for the Wii U. At least I think it is it? Yes, it is. Where the fuck is the one for my Wii? Bruh. Heh. That's confusing. Hang on. No, something about that ain't right. Ooh. Oh, wait, there it is. I think that's it. Yeah, there it is. What in the fuck is that? What the hell are you? I don't know what the hell that is. What the fuck did that come off of? I know what it's from. Oops. I have a wooden jewelry box thing in the back there. It's one of the, it's off of the design of it. Focus. It's off of the little design that's on the top of it. This is the brick for the Wii, or, yeah, for the Wii U, and the Xbox. Or Xbox One. And then, obviously, the Switch doesn't, its brick is the one that plugs into the wall. Yeah, obviously just a cable. So, okay, give me a sec. Careful with this. Obviously, since they didn't have the box, and it was raining, that's why it's wrapped in a thing. Because this is the box that they included it in. Yes, the place sells cards. Can't show the other side of the box though because it's got their address on it. So overall, and yeah, sup. The quality of it, it's pretty clean. Yeah. That is, I assume that's just either where you can plug in either an external drive or a controller for charging it. No, that would be the controller. Yeah, the overall, and that's actually clean as hell for one. That's a little scratched, scuffed up, but that makes sense. Wait. HDMI in from SATA cable, HDMI out. That's the power cord. I don't know what the fuck that is. That's for the Kinect. Wire out. That's wired connection, LAN. I don't know what the hell that is. But why would it have... two of these? Why would it have one for a SATA cable? Unless maybe you have to connect this to, as well as connecting, well, the Kinect camera to this if you have to do that. Huh, might have to look into that. Because, like, here's the thing. The only Xbox I have ever owned was the first generation 360. you know, the one that had the issue with the red ring of death, which I gave to a friend because I had no use for the console. Like, my brother-in-law gave it to me, and I didn't really have any games for it. I think the only ones that I had was, and don't quote me on this, I could be getting the name of it wrong. It's either Guilty Gear or Gears. It would not be Gears of War. I'm fucking stupid. Let me actually just see here. Oh no, it is Gears of War. Yeah. Like, I had 2 Gears of War games. Call of Duty Ghosts, which wasn't mine. It was my friend's. Portal 2, which was also my friend's. And Sonic 06, which, again, was also my friend's. So this does come with the manual, thankfully. Do this carefully. The condition of the disc in this is, I mean, there's a little scuff marks and that little fingerprint for me. It's basically immaculate. So, if I ever find, like, if I ever rip this myself, emulator-wise, since it's being, I have a thing where if I, am playing, so on my main channel, I either play PC games or VR games, even though I have the MetaQuest. Now you're probably wondering, like, why, like, let me rephrase that. Don't know where my brain was going with that one. The VR games that I'm quote allowed to play for my main channel has to be VR games that I get on Steam. It can't be any games from the MetaQuest library that you can get on the headset itself. Now for my second channel, I would play console games, so this I would play on there, and VR games, but those VR games has to be on the MetaQuest headset itself, so in its own library. That includes, you know, emulators of, again, dead consoles. There is nothing illegal about emulators. What is illegal is if it's a copy that technically wasn't ripped from your own copy. Every game has its own ID number, so but what I would do as an exception, since the only way I would be able to get this is going through sketchy sites, like, I don't know, sketchy sites to buy a key for Steam, which I'm not going to do, because I don't have the ability to do it, for one, and two, I don't know what sites I could trust to do this. And, like, I don't even know if Steam keys even exist for this anymore that is being sold. But, yeah, so obviously I plan on doing a playthrough of this on my second channel, and then emulator wise I will play it on my main. I'll make an exception because I really want to. I've been dying to play this game. Controller, I do have to get, like, I want to get a rechargeable pack, obviously. I do have, I don't know if I'd be able to use it. Ow. This Razer Wolverine one, but I think this is only for Xbox One S, or not One S, well yeah, I guess One S and the Xbox X series, their new one. This one's not wired, unfortunately, or wireless, it's wired, and it's seen some better days. These come off, obviously. This can come off. I had to get covers for these because I completely worn the grips off. There. I will have to test this at some point just to make sure it actually works. Mind you, the store I got it from, they're pretty good at checking the functionality of the consoles. Obviously they have to make sure they work. I'd assume same thing with controllers. Games, I don't think they test them. I know they had to do it once with a extra copy of Super Smash Bros. Melee, because the one I had gotten years ago was something was up with it. It had this issue where you'd play it for a bit and then it would shit itself and tell you to the old days of check the manual for instructions and whatnot. It was literally just the disc was either fucked or something. I don't know. Yeah. Look out for playthroughs when I get this thing set up. I am looking, and yes, my room's a fucking mess. I'm basically trying to figure out a way to fit. Carefully move this stuff. To fit a shelf that I'd have to move my desk over more because it's sitting like this is my bed. There's still a bit of a gap. It's almost touching, but I can move it over a little bit. I would be getting rid of this, and I'd be having the shelf sitting here. It would probably go, I don't know, maybe here. And I think when I did the measurements, it said it was like 32 inches from the back wall here to here. And the reason why it can go a little bit past this, but no further, because I won't be able to open my closet door. Like, this thing hits this, which is annoying. Um, so it would also give me the ability to put, like, my PC on it when I'm done, because I have the GPU there. I still need to get the power supply. I wanted 2 terabyte SSD and the CPU itself, which is probably going to be next to impossible. But I would have to anchor it to the wall, which means finding the stud in it, which I think we have a stud finder here, and I can anchor it on, so the PC would be able to, you know, sit on it, obviously at an angle, but I'd also be able to stick like my consoles on it. Mind you, for the PC, I would have to completely remove one of the shelves so it sits correctly. But yeah. Sorry about the rambling. I just, you know, vlog channel, kind of got to inform, you know, things and changes and whatnot. Like July, I have a Pit Boy coming in. There's also the like actual like Nuka-Cola, like the full-on replica bottle that Jones did, that's coming in. September, the Animega's Jax figure that I ordered is coming in around that time. Birthday's also coming up next month, so there's things from then I'd probably show off. There's 2 other things from Glitch, which is from the season finale, more like series finale of The Amazing Digital Circus. Glitch released quite a few, like, items, obviously. 2 things are very limited and are only there until the 28th, I think. It's very, like, one of the limited time things. It's a poster and a hoodie, a special hoodie for it that's got stuff on it, which I'll show off. I got a few other things that's coming up in the future, so be on the lookout for those. Who knows, at some point I might do a vlog where I, you know, reorganize my room or fucking, I don't know, go through all my shit, because I'm not doing too good on space. Like, I got a box of recycling there. That shit in here I need to get rid of. Under my bed is absolutely atrocious. Like, normally YouTubers don't show off their rooms much, because some of them can be fucking disgusting and some of them can just be a pigsty. Yeah. I have so much shit I need to go through. Some being manga that I don't have any room in that. Others being you know, Lego sets that I have to build. I'm actually doing a speed, like a time-lapse video with like music playing it and shit, of these sets. There's one other one. I have a Zelda one, well, that's off-brand, Master Sword, and then the Great Deku Tree one's sitting underneath these. But yeah, I got a lot of shit I have to deal with. Stuff has been going on that I just don't have control over right now. And yeah. That's about it. Oh, yeah, July, obviously, they've got other shit coming out. The King DDD on the Tank Stars coming out. We have Splatoon Raiders, which comes out on the 23rd, I think, along with the Amiibo, which I'm 100% doing an unboxing on those. I recently got Star Fox, which I will be doing a playthrough of on my second channel. Yeah, that's about it, really. So, yeah. Lots of stuff coming on this channel. Keep an eye out. Quick add-on to the whole Xbox video. So, obviously, I said earlier that this didn't come with a rechargeable battery, so I had to stop at UB Games to get one. And yes, it's compatible with this one. So that's just all instruction shit. So it comes with an extra back for whatever reason, and wait, hang on. Whoa. I'm sorry, what? So, not only does it have one, it has 3 extra backs for whatever reason. But this is the battery pack, which just sits inside. At least it should fit in here. Oh yeah, there it goes. Hang on. so that is the correct way. What I don't understand though is, why does it have one USB-C to I actually forget what kind of thing that is, and this is just your generic USB-A. Huh. I don't get it though. Because why? Like, what's the point of this? That's what I don't understand. Like, is there a reason why that has to be exposed like that? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'll be able to use this now. I have that. Yeah, I don't see the point of that unless it's just like at your contact pins, like, I don't know what they have in like in these controllers where you sit it on something, so maybe they have it where it sits on top of it and it charges. Oh, yeah.